Hi everybody, I'm Emma.
And I'm Jana.
And together we're Quillmates, a community made for writers by writers.
So the current world of creative writing seems to already have everything it needs, right? I mean, how much do you really need to write the next Harry Potter book? Wrong. Sure, it already provides opportunities to learn and make friends, but there are many things still lacking. Which is why when writers try to publish, only 2% of novel manuscripts submitted to agencies are actually accepted per querying round and actually make it to print. So what's the big takeaway from this? Why do most authors fail to publish? The very first reason behind this is because existing opportunities today are not easily accessible, making it even harder for newer and younger writers. These authors also lack community support, writer connections, valuable feedback on their work, and most importantly, the proper resources to create quality content. The writing community is big, but there aren't enough platforms that support it. And this is because business people shy away from entering this market because they think it's in decline. But this is totally false. The book industry is one of the fastest growing markets to date, as several forms of reading have come up in the last few years. In fact, the US audiobook market saw revenue growth of 181.8% between 2014 and 2018. So obviously it's a big jump. Existing platforms like Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter are great, but they're too general, are solely for networking, cater more to sociable people, since some people don't like to interact with others to get what they need online. And these platforms do not look to improve their user skill sets, which we do.
So Quillmates will completely revolutionize the author field and offer a supportive writing community that's open to all writers regardless of age, experience, and background, and sub-communities for like-minded users, all completely for free. So one of the huge problems of present-day writing communities is that they're not easily accessible, meaning that it's nearly impossible to navigate the platform easily to get what you need and when you need it. With their forum-based structure, users can easily toggle between the general forums and the private unions, along with their other cool features, such as our use of profiles and navigation bars, all in one click. This means that you can be talking to romance writers now and thriller writers only seconds later. What's more, Quillmates is directed specifically at creative writers, meaning that we have also incorporated loads of fun challenges and events straight into our platform, raising user retainment by far. Writers can start a writing sprint with friends simply by navigating to our chat bar, hitting the little chat sprint icon, fill out a few pieces of information, and you'll be sprinting with your friends in no time. Writers can also participate in our work in progress challenges, along with many more. And we're 100% certain that this is something our competitors, such as Reddit, Quora, and Instagram, don't have.
So now let's talk numbers. How big is the creative writing community and how much potential does our target audience have when it comes to generating revenue? Okay, so when people think about the writing community, they tend to think it's small, but that is totally not true, and here are some statistics to prove it. Okay, so the book publishing industry in the US alone made a net revenue of 25.93 billion US dollars just last year, within that 1 year. Remember that we are an online platform, which means it's automatically easier for us to target a global audience. And so imagine those statistics times all the countries we can possibly go into. The possibilities are endless.
So we're currently targeting teens and young adults in creative writing, so it may seem a little bit limiting from the outside, but while we're dominating that market, we're also working on perfecting a sustainable community, relationship, and user improvement-based business model to apply to other markets as well. So in the future, we do plan to expand into other forms of storytelling, such as animation, filmmaking, and many more.
We see this growing exponentially, and the entire Quillmates team is hard at work making our visions a near reality. Thank you so much for your time. Also, you can contact us at quillmates@gmail.com if you ever have any questions.
Quillmates@gmail.com. Is that correct?
Yes.
Awesome. Wow.
Thank you.
Savita.
Oh, this was such a wonderful presentation. First of all, congratulations on a very polished and thorough presentation from both of you. Jana, if you hadn't said anything, we would have not realized at all that you felt like you started late and there was no fluster, nothing. So excellent job. Keep up with it. You know, it's the fake it till you make it kind of an attitude, and you showed that perfectly. So congratulations on that. Both of
Thank
you
you.
did such an amazing job. So wanted to say that. I had several questions about the project itself. You referred to the Quillmates team, so to say. So how many people currently are on the back end, and how many people do you have using the service right now?
Right. So right now, of course, Jana and I were the co-founders. Our tech team is currently at 2 people. We have a boy named Nolan. He lives in Tennessee, and we also have a graduate student named Helen. And she lives in California. So together, they're working together as our tech team. In the future, we do look to expand the team. We're probably going to add a few more members, but we definitely do want to start a bit smaller just to get that community feel and just work more efficiently. And apart from our tech team and then of course the co-founders, we also have Quillmates ambassadors, which we didn't get into in the presentation. But basically we contacted a few big influencers on Instagram in the writing community, and they agreed to help us like spread awareness, like spread the word of Quillmates around. So I think currently we have about 5 or 6 ambassadors. So our complete team is about, I would say, around 10-ish people.
And how many people on the platform?
So right now we haven't actually like built the platform yet. We're building it. We're starting to build it in just a few weeks. So we're actually doing beta testing right now. We're starting that next week. So we're going to start contacting our applicants. We actually already have a MVP finished, but we didn't show it in the presentation. But hopefully we will start letting in our beta testers in batches of 5 or 10 to start testing our MVP before we start building the actual platform.
Wonderful. So you said this was free. So how do you expect to support this if it scales the way you are expecting it to scale?
Okay, so that's a great question. Currently, we're looking at 4 main ways to monetize Quillmates. The first way is through Quill Points. We do have a pointing system. Quill Points are our site's form of currency since we do have inside purchases, and Quill Points can be challenging to earn organically, and so users have the option to buy them with real money. The second way is through ads, very self-explanatory. Third way is through partnerships. At Quillmates, we very much value growth within the writing community, and for that reason, we want to hold events and contests. And to create quality content for those, we believe it's important for us to form partnerships with established authors, organizations, and more. And then the last way is through a membership model that we built. It's basically a monthly subscription wherein users can subscribe per month and receive VIP perks such as discounts on events or more free Quill Points. There are definitely a lot of perks that come with subscribing to us, and that's why I think all of our monetization models are great.
Wonderful. And I don't want to hog this whole time, but it's fantastic. How are you all collaborating? It seems like you're all in different locations. How does that work?
Yeah, so currently our collaboration platform is Lark. I actually use that for my other organization, so I thought it was like really easy to use. And since like we are definitely a global team, I think we spread across 3 different time zones. We do have to like find a way to work efficiently and effectively. So I think it's like actually really cool having a global team because we're literally have somebody working on Quillmates 24/7. So I wake up and I see like the progress Jana made, and she wakes up and she sees the updates that I sent, and so forth. And we do have like meetings occasionally too.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, and all the best. This is exciting.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So Jenna and Emma, impressive presentation. You guys were so polished. I had questions and you were answering them as you were going through your presentation. So commend you on that. You guys did a great job. Also very impressed that you guys have a team. You know, as your business expands and you bring people on to work with you, that collaboration piece is really important. So really impressive you guys are already working as a team. Wanted to ask you, you know, I think this is a great idea, and it definitely is something that I think would be very attractive in the market. Have you researched your competition, and what do you find it would be unique about your platform versus what's out there?
Yes, we've done a ton of target market research and like our competitors out there. So I think one or a few of our main competitors are one of the big social media giants such as Instagram, Reddit, Tumblr, and so forth. I think the main problem with those are that they're just simply too big. They're just for social networking, and it's really hard to like find a community where like you fit in. You can find people with similar interests. So I think that's like the main problem with those. The other writing communities out there right now are either one, they're paid, so you pay like $30 a month to be a part of this organization, and the other ones are just like writer run. They're on Discord. They're kind of a bit hard to organize. I've been a part of a few, and I find it kind of confusing to navigate. So I think what makes us really stand out from every or all our competitors is that we're specifically writer focused. So that definitely sets us apart from the social media giants. So like we mentioned in the presentation, we have built-in writer challenges such as writing sprints and work in progress challenges. So that's definitely something that like Reddit or Quora doesn't have. And then we are definitely more organized. We have a more structured way of doing things. We have a point system, we have level systems, we have a built-in or site currency. So that definitely sets us apart from like the Discord groups too.
Great, great. And also, is this more for if I'm a new writer? I love the writing sprint. So is this more if I'm a new writer and I want to try it out and I want to get feedback to see if I'm a good writer? Or is this also for if I'm an established writer and I have a chapter that I want to get some feedback on?
The great thing is that it's for everyone. Currently we're targeting teens and young adults, but we're hoping to expand. Um, but that's also why we have a leveling system. It's to accommodate all the different types of writers. So we have several levels such as novice, apprentice, and expert. And that's just to separate like who's actually experienced and who's not, and to allow them to mentor each other.
Excellent, excellent. Great job.
Thank you.
Ladies, I love it. First off, I think the name is fantastic. Quillmates, because it is techie, but then it goes back to the kind of very standard of just writing. That's just brilliant, I think. And at the beginning, you talked about how audiobooks have really taken off. And I'm wondering, is there anything on your site on Quillmates that is specifically addressing audiobooks, or is this only addressing published books?
So I think that it can accommodate audiobook writers just because our site is mainly just about writing and it doesn't specifically target just like traditionally published writers or just like ebook published writers. It's definitely for every type of creative writer as of now, and we hope to expand into other types of writers soon.
And can you talk a little bit more about how you're kind of creating this sense of community within your website, because, or within this kind of forum format, because it seems like that's really, I'm looking at how do you define success for you besides monetary success? What is success to you? Is it as then new writers get published? Is it a number of people on your site? Like what is success for you?
Well, we definitely do want to see like new writers coming into our site. They learn a lot from their mentors, like the expert writers on our site, and like go on to do bigger and better things. So I would say our definition of success is to definitely one, build a sustainable platform. We definitely do want users being active on it. We want people participating in these challenges. We host like of course events. We host like a lot of things every month or even like every week. So we definitely want users to actively engage on our site. And of course, like we also value our users. So like we always encourage them to share their accomplishments if they're like recently published or if they just got a new story idea. We just like love seeing their ideas, and it's definitely valuable to us.
It's great. I love it. I'm in.
Well, I am so impressed with both of your composure, with your ability to articulate this amazing idea, with your courage and your confidence. Part of Girl Scout mission is to build girls of courage, confidence, and character. You guys exude all of that. So congratulations on that. I was also so impressed with your ability to look at this and bring in the different talent, right? So that you can and spread it out more. But can you tell me what was one of the biggest lessons that you learned that helped you to expand this idea and to overcome it to the next level where you are right now?
I think one of the biggest things we learned is to not depend too much on other people. And I think that's one of the biggest reasons why we're here today at such a far point in our plan. Uh, at first we were, I mean, I'll be honest, we're just kids. So at some point we got kind of desperate. We're not techie, so we didn't know what to do. And for that reason, we were kind of struggling with finding tech team members. But then we realized that we don't have to depend on other people. We can do it with what we have right now. Sorry, and when we did that, everything just followed into place. And right, and then after that, we just got our tech team members, and everything just fit right in for us.
Yeah, I think another like huge like milestone for us was just like coming to the realization that like although we're like still young, like we're both still in high school, like that doesn't like stop us from like making a platform or like doing anything in general. So like Jana mentioned at the beginning, we were like really nervous because we had planned all these really cool features. We were like, I have no idea how to do this tech. I can't even open my computer like without breaking it. How are we gonna build a platform? But like we kind of like, just learned to like use our resources. Like I live in the Silicon Valley, so I have a lot of connections that I've talked to who have given me advice. And then Jana lives in the Philippines, so she definitely has a lot of resources from there too. That's another benefit of working in a global team. But I think, yeah, another one of our challenges was definitely just like getting past the planning phase and just kind of moving on, because planning is so exciting. But yeah, since we didn't have any business background like whatsoever, I would say, until like just recently this year, all of our business knowledge pretty much came from watching Shark Tank. So we were still like, we still managed to, plan all this stuff and move on from the planning stage to the actual doing phase and connecting with people. So I think that was like a really big milestone for us.
You two are amazing role models. I hope you can see that. I want to give you that. You are amazing role models for girls that are looking to do something like this, and how much you have overcome. So thank you for answering that question, because it really shows your entrepreneurial spirit, and it really shows how much you have overcome and looked at outside resources, but also knew that sometimes we just got to believe in ourselves, and you did that, and you brought it to this level. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. That means everything.
Hey, you two and your team out there, if they get to watch this or they're watching now, like, you are entrepreneurs. It doesn't matter how old you are. You are the real deal. So yeah, know that and wear that hat with pride. I'm going to give you a Venture Lab Mindset sticker, and you called it out. I already had it ready for you, but you get resourceful, because y'all are just global network, making it happen. And one of the part of the Girl Scouts world is take action. And so y'all have taken that action, and you're getting your beta testers out. Like, y'all did a huge step in the quantity of market research that you've done. So I just want to congratulate you. We'll be reaching out. We would love to have you participate in some of our programs, and we can offer support. And I just have some writer friends that I would like to be part of your beta groups. So
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.